Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Washington. Have you been since our last session?
Well, I've been fine. And
I've,
you and yourself?
I've been okay, thank you. Well, today we will start our session, and just so you know, that this will be our final session here together, unless and if you need further services from me in the future. And as always, our interview will be kept in the strictest confidentiality. And if at any time you should need a break during our interview time, please feel free to let me know. And we will pause the session and then return as soon as possible.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, Mr. Washington, what initially brought you to our sessions?
Actually, being bewildered and trying to deal with my job, education, and taking care of my family.
Okay. Now, when you are experiencing high levels of anxiety, what do you do? And what have you been doing?
Well, before I used to try to deal with it myself, and really didn't have any plan, skills, or any type of like Plan B action in motion until I did receive help from the programs and the agencies that I was introduced to, and my functioning with them. Now I've taken a kind of a medical approach to try to get myself to get healthier rest. As sometimes I become overwhelmed and excited, and I lose track of time, and my health has become an issue.
Okay. Now, are there other contributing factors that add to your high levels of anxiety when you do experience it?
Um, just that, and being uncertain. Managing now almost 1,000% better than I was before, because I didn't have any resources available to me. But I have done that, and I've got better self-management skills as a result of that. I've included my family, and we've empowered each other to help each other along the way with understanding.
That's great. Now, what kinds of family support, since you mentioned family, do you have to help you to deal with your situation?
Well, I have someone when there's like those like snow days and things like that. There, I have family members that understand and are available to me for help. If I can't take them to an institutional setting to be watched, I can make arrangements through my family to get help and get them to be able to be taken care of.
So that's help with your children to help reduce some of the levels of anxiety that you've been experiencing with juggling both work and school?
Yes, and it helps me stick to my schedule, because I don't have to think about change or what will become a sacrifice in the matter.
Okay. Now, do you have or do you take vacation from work to correspond with your class and vacation schedules?
I'm now available. I guess I would call it kind of respite, because I still have to work at times, but I do get breaks with interaction of my kids and the rest of my family with other family members that were not available to me at one point, because they have no understanding of what I was doing.
But what I was trying to ask you is that with scheduling vacation time at work and then having vacation time at school, do you try to have those two coincide so that you're not taking vacation time at work separately from vacation time at school?
Yes, there's a programming that is available through my schooling that will allow me to do that, because they understand that I need the support. So when I try to get my classes and everything to coordinate with time off, I'm able to do that.
That's great. Now, what current events have been stressful for you and your family?
Well, before it was spending a lot of time like in class, then the travel time and things like that to get out of class in order to be able to get home. Kind of like being in two places at once, as far as like me and my availability to my family. But now I've taken some online classes to coincide with time that I have to take off, like my evenings or more freer. Then I don't have night classes and things like that. My labs have been more flexible with me because I had freed up time in the daytime. I'll be able to go.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, what do you think about achieving your college education/degree? Is it important to you?
It's very important to me because it will allow me to take care of my family better at a higher standard, and also become a role model to my kids if they're now aware of my struggles and everything.
Okay. Now, could you help me to understand your need to work and take classes?
Well, because when you're taking care of your family, at some point you have to economically better yourself and make things better for your kids and everything. And that's my main focus as far as like that. But I also have to look at my self-esteem in the process and get myself together.
Now, is there anyone else in your family that helps to contribute to your household's income and earnings?
Well, they do, but they don't. They don't cost me per se like an institutional agency. But I'm able to go through agency to see that their needs are met at a lesser cost to me, like such as child care support from the public welfare system and things like that.
Okay. Now, why is work important to you?
Work is important to me because I feel that personally, learning is a lifetime experience, and I'd like to learn and be an asset to the community and things that I work in the field that I am working in. I'm able to do both things, take care of myself mentally and educational wise, plus help others.
Okay. And is that also a reason why school is important? Because there's that balance between both the fulfillment of working and furthering your education?
Oh yes, because I found that being on your job and in a work situation, sometimes your education is not noted because you're not paying to it in a formal manner.
Okay. Now, since our last session, have you looked at additional community resources to help you deal with your situation?
Yes.
Besides the 211 United Health and Catholic Charities, etc.
Yes, I've found a few that I need to look into for like one-on-one type of help. I'm able to break down each category of need to an agency and seek help that way.
Okay. Now, have the current community resources that we've talked about and that I've provided during our sessions, have they assisted your situation for the better or for the worse?
More or less for the better. There could be no worse because you have to empower yourself. I found that through my anxieties that I have to empower myself to be able to do a portion of it as self-help.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add as a final wording or conclusion or ending to our sessions that we've had?
No, but I just want you to know that I am very grateful for the help that I received, and as you'll see if you have any contact with me in the future, that I'm using it to the best of my ability.
Thank you very much, Mr. Washington, and it was indeed a great pleasure working with you. And again, if you need any help in the future, please feel free to reach out to me.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. This concludes my termination interview with Mr. Washington. Thank you.